Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in today's top stories from the Daily Caller, you'll have to let me know down in the comments if you watched the Super Bowl. Lame Super Bowl 59 commercials crashed and burned. And there's a lovely shot of Shania Twain, 58 years old, looking great for 58, I must say. Super Bowl 59 commercials were a pathetic visual display of what wasted millions really looks like. Of course, we're also seeing that with Doge as well. If ever there was a Super Bowl show that needed resuscitation, that was it, or this was it, I should say. The highly anticipated ads were lackluster in their delivery and failed to entertain. After so much hype, the disappointing commercials lacked the edgy writing fans expected and played out as time fillers rather than the entertaining segments we expected. Each commercial slot cost an estimated $8 million before adding the hefty fees required to lock in the big names, but sadly, the deflated productions fell flat, much like the rest of the experience of this major sporting events. The ad was packed with star power, but had zero entertainment value. And I would say that's pretty much kind of very similar to wokeness in general. So they had probably created these commercials a while back. So they still had their sense of dullness to them as they transitioned from what was the woke mentality to something a little bit more getting closer to common sense-wise. But most of the commercials, the few that I did see, weren't particularly unique or what I would consider what we would typically see during Super Bowl Sunday. So the Kansas City Chiefs barely exuded a fraction of the energy fans expected and were absolutely crushed by the Philadelphia Eagles. The halftime show was a pure flop. For those who were unaware of the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake that hijacked the entire performance, it would have been nice if the commercials were an entertaining distraction to the otherwise boring Super Bowl. But sadly, they flopped and failed. So as I kind of flop through this, now I'm not going to bore you with any of the commercials that were shown, but you guys will let me down in the comments if there was any that you thought were really good enough. Or that you thought was good enough, and maybe I'll check those out. But here was an interesting little tidbit that many of us didn't even realize. But here it is in the clip with the interview with Brett Baer from Fox News.
The United States, Donald J. Trump. Mr. President, thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
Happy Super Bowl.
Thank you.
You know, you are going to be the first sitting president to attend a Super Bowl. It's a big day for America, always is. What made you want to do it?
Well, first of all, I'm very surprised to hear that. I would have assumed many presidents came, but I think just the spirit of the country's taken on a whole new life. I thought it would be a good thing for the country to have the president be at the game.
Well, there you go. I never realized that a president had not attended a game. I would assume that they at least show up for the beginning and, wave and clap and do the whole optics thing and then, head out. But I guess he stayed for the remainder of the game, and of course everyone was hoping that he would get booed. At least everyone on the left was hoping he'd get booed. And here he is with Ivanka. And then here's Taylor Swift getting booed and giving the old look that we see in many memes that many people like. I'm not sure why I went to a full screen there. And then, of course, the cheers. And here's where this is when he arrived to meet with the rescue worker, or the individuals involved in the terrorist attack there in Louisiana. Those are big guys, those football players. So a mixture of kind of a mixture of activity. Most people probably don't even know he's on the ground. Only the people sitting on that side of the stadium. And then he just comes in and gets a picture taken with the various first responders, as they're often referred to, that were there during the incident there there on Bourbon Street in Louisiana. And here it is. I just wanted to share this with you because I thought it was just kind of amusing from CBS News. Face the nation shocked and surprised and dismayed at the fact that Donald Trump is doing so incredibly well.
Our CBS poll finds that a majority of Americans, 53%, approve of the job he's doing. That's a better approval number than he ever reached during his first term in the White House. Joining us with more is our Executive Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto. Good to see you, Anthony. What's driving this?
I will keep it simple, Margaret. He is doing, in the eyes of the public, what he said he would do in the campaign. There's political value in that. In fact, 70% of people say he's doing what he promised. That's whether they approve of him or not. Now, there's another part of this that continues over from the campaign. There were words that he was described as being tough, being energetic, and he still is today in big majority numbers. So as people take a look in these first few weeks, there's been a lot of activity. They're getting that general sense of governance, and that's being reflected in these early numbers.
So that's perception. What about the actual policies?
Well, let's start with the ones that are popular. And again, these echo a lot of what we saw in the campaign. The idea of deporting those in the country illegally continues to be popular. We saw that in the campaign. Sending troops to the U.S.-Mexico border, again, majority in favor. We'd seen that in the campaign. For his supporters in particular, the focus on ending DEI is popular. We had seen in the campaign a lot of them thought those processes had gone too far.
There you go. So fascinating what's going on. And, of course, here on the BuzWeaver channel, if you go to the main channel area, you see the selected tabs here. And, of course, you can go over to posts. And here I put some of the community posts from time to time because the new changes with YouTube, they want us using every aspect of the platform and, of course, getting as many people to engage with the platform as possible. So this is why your likes, your shares, and your comments have been so important and of value to the channel. But, yeah, just simply doing things like these simple polls. And they've actually done pretty well, some of them. And I kind of go back and forth between what I post and so forth. But a lot of people like the what they call image polling, where you guys can vote on different things, and those seem to do really well. But this is where you find them on the main channel, at least here on YouTube. Of course, we have them here. I think they have a community post area also on Odyssey as well, and then we'll see if Rumble ever has something similar to it or not. But nonetheless, guys, it's been an interesting time since Donald Trump has taken office, and the Super Bowl was a bit lackluster. You guys have to let me know down in the comments if you felt so as well. Of course, unless you're a Philadelphia Eagle fan, then it must have been an awesome night for you guys. But nonetheless, I want to thank all of you guys across NewTek, that's BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, for your guys' continued support. And, of course, everyone here on YouTube, you guys have been amazing. What an amazing 2025 already. Things are just looking interesting. And, you know, Trump is 100% full throttle. And I am glad to see it. I'm sure many of you are as well. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so much. And appearing there on the screen, that would be the channel icon that you guys can click on. If you're watching on YouTube, you guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.